Hey Mini enthusiasts, how you doing? I hope you're having a great day. And in today's update, basically we're going to do a bit of modifying of head units. So we've got two head units here. You might recognise the bottom one as a head unit cassette player out of an MPI Mini. They did a cassette player and a CD player. So as you can see, the bottom here is out of an MPI Mini. The top is out of a Rover 100, Rover 25 or something like that. They are identical head units. They are both Phillips R660s, but the difference is the top one you'll see is branded as Rover with the R660 part number on there. The bottom one's branded as Mini. So they are essentially the same, just the front of them is branded slightly differently. The frustrating bit is the bottom one, the one with the Mini logo on, they go for 2 or 3 times the price of the top one, and they're becoming increasingly difficult to get hold of. Just to give you an idea, so this top one is in fully working condition. It's with the code, and I bought it off eBay for 70 quid. The bottom one, if you look on eBay at the moment, these go for anywhere between £140 to £250. Even though they're the same head unit. It's basically because this one has got the Mini branding on it. So you can probably guess what we're going to do. We're going to swap over the face plates on these to make the bottom one, which isn't working, into a working head unit with a Mini branding on it. And then I shall use that in my other Mini PL so it looks original. The only other thing I will point out quickly, if you're thinking about doing this, now normally to get a radio code it's really easy. You just get the serial number off the side, you go on to Google somewhere that does radio decodes, you send them the serial number, and for a nominal fee, it's usually about 10-15 quid, they'll send you the radio code. I tried doing that with several head units, so you can buy these head units working but without a code for about 30-40 quid, but it's difficult to get the code. So I messaged a few people because you couldn't get the code off the serial number, and they said the database was corrupt or lost or something around about the sort of late 90s when these head units were produced, and the only way you can decode them now is to physically take them apart, and they have to reprogram the chip inside, I think, and that costs 30 to 40 quid. So if you're going to buy one without a code, just keep in mind it might be difficult to get the code, or you might have to spend 30-40 quid to get the code. So, but as I say, that one with a code was 70 quid. So, yeah, like I say, the real reason we're doing this is just, as I say, the Mini branded one now are quite expensive. And I'm pretty sure in lofts around the country, there'll be loads of these head units sitting there collecting dust. People probably just don't realise that they're worth a bit of money now, and that they're becoming quite rare, because anyone that had an MPI Mini and upgraded the head unit over the years, no doubt took the head unit out and put it in a safe place like the loft. So let me get the camera down here. It's a relatively simple task this. It'll only take a few minutes. We're just going to swap the face plates over, and that will give us a working branded Mini head unit again to go in PL. So before we start this, we only need a couple of basic tools, to be honest. A little small pick or a screwdriver, and a very small Torx bit. It's a TX8. First thing, really important, this is a new head unit to me. This is a Rover R660 that I bought off eBay. I just want to make sure it definitely does work before we go to the hassle of swapping the face plates over. So just for this test, we're not going to plumb it into the car. We're just going to give it a positive and a negative. So the yellow and the red, I can't remember which way they are round, but one is permanent live and the other one's ignition controlled live. We've got a battery charger here just to act as our power source. So we'll give it a negative there. The battery charger is fused, by the way, before someone says something. And we'll just keep these terminals apart. Get the positive on there. So that should be our head unit powered up now, or with power. So let's just try it. Nope. What are we missing? Negatives come off. Cool. So it's come up with code. To enter the code is really, really simple. just press and hold the 1 button for the first digit. So it starts on 0. Now you don't use the numbers on the side here, you just press the up and down. Code is 5725, so 5. Press the 1 again to go along to the next digit. 7, 2, and then 5, and then just press it and hold it once more. That's it. So 99.3. I'm not going to connect an aerial up in there. It works. I mean, we might put it in and a cassette deck doesn't work or something like that, but just a quick sense check to make sure it is working. So that's cool. Let's get that out of the way. Turn that off. We can take this plug out the back now. So let's strip the Mini one down to begin with. This is really simple. So this top cover, nothing really holds it on, just apart from some tabs, which you can just lever off. Obviously I've done this before because I did have a go at repairing this head unit, but it is beyond repair. So that's the top off. There's a screw hidden behind this faceplate here, and this is this TX8. There's a couple of ribbon cables to take off, and there's also this illumination as well. So the illumination for this display just comes out of there. There's a couple of ribbon cables. You just lift up the tabs at the bottom. That ribbon cable comes out. There's a second ribbon cable come out. The next bit is a little bit fiddly. There's just a couple of tabs inside of here, which you just very gently just bend out the way. They're like plastic, just plastic tabs they are, nothing special. And then that comes off that side, and you've got the same tabs on the other side, but once you've undone one side, the other side comes out. So there we go. That there is just the power switch, so don't forget to put that back in, and that's the fascia off basically. So, and there's our head unit. We'll keep this old one just for spare parts. I mean, the cassette deck might still be okay in this. So, and the bulbs are quite handy as well. So we've just got to repeat the operation now, and we're swapping the whole lot rather than just the cover, just because the buttons on this are a little bit more worn. It's had a little bit more usage. So same again, illumination bulb. Our ribbon wires. Prongs at the side. And that's that out. And the little buttons. Better fit on there. So now we just need to swap the bits over. Let's start with the power button. Cool. These ribbon cables, you just lift up the block, put the ribbon cable in, and then you push the block down, and that locks the ribbon cable in place. Can be a little bit fiddly. Don't forget the illumination bulb in the back there. Looks like that's actually been repaired at some point. Maybe someone didn't know how to change the bulb. I don't know, but it works anyway. Screw through the front. We will just connect up again to make sure that works. Cool. Excellent. So there we go. So we've got a working, decoded, Mini branded head unit, and it cost us 70 quid rather than 140, 250 quid or whatever. And actually this one is in very good condition. There's no wear on the buttons at all. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So if you've got an MPI Mini, hopefully this might be a way of you saving some money and getting the car back to original. So thanks for watching this week. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please do consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber, and catch you again soon. Thanks guys.